Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is gonna be like chillax, sit down kind of video. I just want to give an update about my credit card debt payment. Last about 2 months ago, I opened up in the internet again, about how I went back into credit card about over a year ago. I came out and I exposed myself and I told the whole internet how I accrue all this amount of credit card debt due to my luxury obsession and consumption, which I was able to pay off. But now, and then I was back in, and then now I want to talk about my update. So it's July and half of the year is already gone. I'm making this video because also I want to hold myself accountable and also reflect on the success when it comes to paying off debt, because I really don't want to go back into like debt. I want to be able to manage my finances effectively, and that's why I am making this video, and also to give an update because I came here and I disgraced myself. Okay. But before we do all of that, I want to welcome you to my channel. Thank you so very much for clicking on this video. I truly appreciate you stopping by. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, and also leave a comment. I would really appreciate that tremendously. So let's begin. As I said, I started this year maybe with with more than $20,000 in debt, not just credit card. My car, which is a Toyota RAV4, which I bought in 2021, and I was supposed to pay it off in 6 years. I was able to pay off at the beginning of this year. Thank God. I mean, the interest was, I think, about 3.1 or something like that. But I still really wanted to get that burden off of my shoulder. So in 2025, as I said, I walked into the year, I zoomed into the year with all of these debts. And my initial thought was I was gonna find ways to pay off. I mean, from last year, that was when the plan started, because obviously you have to have a plan for anything to be successful. I mean, it can be an instant sometimes and be successful, but for me, I love to have a plan. A and B, plan A and B, just in case this doesn't work out, then what happens? So I had over $10,000 in car payment, not car payment, like my car. I owed about over 10,000 beginning of the year, and then I owed more than $13,000 in credit card. From obviously buying things to decorate the house. One thing is that you buy stuff one time and next thing you know, you keep buying from the same card. And for some reason, I have this mentality that, okay, even though I have money in my checking account which belongs to me, I'm gonna use a credit card to purchase it because I don't want to use the money in my account, which is stupid, because if I don't want to use the money in my account, then I should not be buying whatever. But that's just the mentality that I have, and I've been fighting to get rid of that mentality. Leave a comment if something like that happens to you. So I always like to use the credit card instead of my checking account, and by the time I know it, I obviously incur a lot of money. Before I know it, the total amount on the credit card is so high that I have no choice but just to pay the minimum payment every month, which is such not a good idea, because every month you get interest, and if you're late, you get late payment. And mind you, you pay this minimum payment, it does not help reduce your credit balance, because by the time next month comes, there's an interest that's almost the same amount as your monthly payment, which keeps you just giving them money, and your overall total credit card remains the same. So my overall plan was get rid of my car. I paid almost $600 every month for my car payment. If I can get rid of my car, then I will use the money, that $600, and put it towards a credit card. Because I watched Dave Ramsey, I've watched his different approach to debt payment, the avalanche, and the other, and I chose to do it the way that works for me. I know he says start, well, depending on what you're doing, if you can start with the smallest amount, which he advise you to do, because then it encourages you to pay more, because you knock out the smallest debt, and then before you know it, you put the same money to the next smallest debt, and that's how you go till you knock it off. And then they have another one that he said you can approach by paying off the highest interest and then go from there. I like to pay off the highest interest, that's me, but that is not how I did it. I paid off my car, which has the largest amount but the smallest interest, because the credit card is almost 28%. Yes, APR, right? APR, I think that's what it is. So what I did was obviously I had to pay a lot of money towards my car. I paid minimum balance on every other thing, and I just focus on my car. Every little money that I get, I push it towards the car. And I think like in February, I was able, like early February or late January, I was able to knock out that over $10,000 of, because I had a little something that came up at work where I had to, because of the hurricane that happened here in Houston, we had to stay at work. So I was able to use that money from work to push towards my car, and that helped a lot. And when I paid that off, it was such a big relief. It was like they lifted this heavy brake off of my shoulder. Now I have a car in my name, because I think after a couple of weeks I got my title in the mail. Now I'm officially a car owner. I know people will be like, oh, that is not an investment. It doesn't have to be, but it takes me everywhere that I need to go. It drives really good. It's the fuel consumption is not terrible. I have not really done anything to my car since I got it for over almost 5 years now. It's been working good. I just need to change the tires, but it's just been a very good car, and I truly appreciate Toyota because they make life a little bit easier for people. So I paid off that, and I felt really like an achiever, okay, which I am, excuse me. So after that happened, obviously I had the situation where I got a Macy's credit card, which I would never advise you to do. If you do, please pay it off immediately, because the interest on that card, I think it's Citibank. I don't play with Citibank, okay? Anything that has to do with Citibank, I do not play with them. So what had happened was, I did buy a bracelet from Macy's, and when I bought it, it was interest free for a couple months. I think it was like 12 or 14 months. But then I didn't know, I didn't do enough research, because I had, I put that on the Macy's card. I was just paying my minimum balance, and I'm like, okay, I'll just throw $100 here out there. What I didn't understand is, when the promotion, which they had, the 12 months promotion is over, all of those interests that you never had, those 12 in that 12 months, will total up, and they will add that to your balance. So I was able to pay off that. I think it was like 3,000 something, and I was almost $4,000. I was able to pay it off to like almost $2,000. And then for some reason, I got a notification from my credit card saying that my Macy's card total have increased. So I went and I looked, and I was surprised, because that was like, okay, where did that come from? I'm not owing $4,000 over almost close to $5,000. So I called them immediately, and I'm trying to understand what's going on. So they explained to me, poor man was trying to explain to me what happened. So at the end of the day, I was told that if I can pay off that $2,000, my original balance, then they can take off the interest, which motivated me, because I wanted to really pay off that. I had planned to pay that off at least within a month or two. So that actually motivated me to find more extra shift at work, because I really want to get rid of that, because that dinged my credit score. So I was able to pay that off, the 2,000 and something dollars, and I called and I'm like, okay, I made the appointment, I've paid that off. Can you take the rest of the 2,000 something dollars that you added off of my debt, so that I will know I'm debt free? Which they accepted, and they did. But then the next month I got like another $100 and something charge, which is the interest on top. So I called them again, and I'm like, why do I have $100 and something still when I've paid my total? And they're like, well, it's from the from the charges when you have from last month or whatever, or from your previous. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and cancel it. They canceled it, but then it was remaining $20 something. And then I called them again. I'm like, can you take off that 20 something? I was not gonna pay another cent. And that was how I was able to clear my Macy's card. And I'm so happy, and I pray that will not be in that situation again, because this is not right. Okay, it's not. So I was able to take care of that, thank God. Another card that I had to pay off was the exclusive furniture card, because when we moved, we had to buy furniture for just one furniture for the living room, because we have furnitures already. We had this furniture from previous relationship, from previous when we were renting, so we still have that in our second living room. So I just needed to buy a furniture for the living room downstairs, which we end up putting on, because I had the furniture credit card from buying this one. So we went ahead and put that on that, and that was like almost 3,000 something. And so that wasn't just my bill, that was my partner's bill. So we went ahead and took care of that. So that $3,000 went out from my credit score, and it helped with my credit score, obviously. Another, which I would not advise, like Citibank is not really a good bank, because the banks that I have, Macy's and this furniture place, is Citi, and I also think TJ Maxx is also Citibank. So I also was able to pay off, I think, my TJ Maxx card, one of my TJ Maxx, because I have three. One of my TJ Maxx card. Do not ask me why I have three TJ Maxx card. Okay, don't, because I asked myself. But I was able to pay that. That one have a bigger like amount on it, so thank God I paid that off. So I have three cards in total. Right now I have about $6,000 remaining, which I need to clear off. I intend to clear off one hopefully this time, like in July. My US bank, I need to clear that off, because I know the reason why I'm really delaying with the TJ Maxx one has 3,000 and the other one have $800 is because I feel like I'm going to use the card again. For some reason, every time I go to TJ Maxx, I keep using that, using the card. But I feel like I have gotten to the point where I really don't need a lot of stuff, so I won't be shopping that much, because I feel like at least 75 to 80% of my home is furnished, so I wouldn't be requiring a lot of decorative pieces. So hopefully if I pay that off, I will stay off of that card. Another card that I can't for some reason stop using is my US bank, which is my credit card. So I have two consumers card and one credit card, bank credit card. That one I need to pay that off. But every time I go to spend money, I use that card, and it just accumulates and accumulates at the end of the day, and the end of the month. So that is the update I have. I am so happy that I have paid off at least over $16,000 in debt from January to July or June, because I haven't really made any payment in July, and I feel like I'm going to pay off another set of money in July that'll make it almost like 19,000. I just feel like it. So I'm going down gradually but surely, and pray for me, okay, to stay off of the credit card. But this is my update of my debt payment for 2025. Half of the year gone. Leave a comment, let me know what you're doing with paying, how you're paying off your credit card. Have you been successful? Life happens, okay? Don't blame anybody. Life happens. You just gotta know how, I still shop because I show you things, but I do it in a way that at the end of the month I can be able to pay more to my debt, okay, and also invest. Okay, so that is where we are, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys to go do your other stuff. But before we do that, I wanna tell you, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and also leave a comment. I will see you in my next video.